So in this video, we're going to talk about preparing my car for a roll cage. Now this is going to be a complete build series, start to finish, everything that's involved with welding a roll cage into the car. Plus a bunch of other stuff too, so make sure you subscribe to that channel because you're not going to want to miss all the action. So basically, if you saw my last video, I did a review video and kind of went over everything that's been done to the car. And some of the major key components that have been done is the WRC wide body kit and all the custom fabrication work that went on under the hood. Now, I probably should have welded the roll cage in back then, but at the time when I was building the car, I didn't really think I was going to go that crazy with this build. I was trying to build a street/race car, and we're just way past that point now. So whenever you go to weld a roll cage in the car, first thing you have to do is remove the entire interior out of the car. And the only shitty thing about that for me is I literally just put the interior back in just a few months ago, and it all has to come right back out of the car again. So basically, number one, first step, like I said, in this video, I'm going to put the car up on jack stands, got the entire inside of the car, all four doors have to come off, windshield's got to come off, and just to make sure you have all the room in the world to weld the roll cage in, have all clean metal surfaces, and just basically make everything work. So let's get started. Stuff they don't tell you when you run wide body kits is all this crap it picks up. There's no turning back at this point. So I have the two side doors off, had to remove the front fender in order to get the driver's door off. Had to pull the skirt off as well. And while we're here, I'll show you guys, if you remember me talking in the last video about the holes in the skirts for the jack stand. So this is basically, you know, what's going on. So this piece here has been welded to the chassis, and then your pin stand, jack stand will go in through here. So one up here in the front, and same thing, another one here in the rear. And like I said, all functional stuff. So let's keep going. Right now. seats are out of the car, the dash is out of the car, console, everything's all out. I can rip the carpet out now, and then we can get to some of the wiring, the fuel lines, and remove the pedals and some of the other things too. Alright, so now that the carpet's out, dashboard's out, everything's all out, I'm going to move on to pulling out the pedals. I got to remove the brake lines that are attached to the pedals, and then concentrate on some of the wiring and the fuel lines and everything, and we can get all that stripped out. And then remove the main dash crash support here, and pull out the heater core and everything else along the firewall here. Let's get going. So, pedal box out of the car. So we've got most of the wiring out of the car. Next thing I want to do is drop the headliner down. Once that's out of the way, I'll move on to the fuel lines. And there's a couple of little odds and ends inside the car, and the interior should be fully stripped, and we can move on to the trunk and the back of the car. Let's finish this off. If you made it to the end of the video and you're still here, clearly you didn't get bored watching me rip the interior out of my car. Preparing the car to weld the roll cage in. Everything's been completely removed. Just a couple more things left. I got to remove the front and rear windows, some trim, and just a couple other things in the trunk, but we're just about there. In the next video, we're going to go over preparing the actual car to weld to it. So a lot of the structural bracing in the car, that's all spot welded, all has to be removed. Some spots, wherever you're going to be welding, where there's paint, has to be grinded down. There's a lot of seam sealer in places that needs to be removed from the car. So I'm going to go over all that stuff in the next video. So hopefully you liked the video. Hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with the build series. You don't want to miss the next video. I promise it will not be as boring as this one was. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, MP_Gymkhana, you keep up to date with my build and whatever else that's going on. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments and hit that like button if you can. And I will see you in the next video where we are preparing the entire metal surface of the car to be welded. Thanks for watching.